Got a fun one for you today, guys. This is my very first Coop RC SCX24 build. I call this the Mega Mullet. It's got the C-Snake chassis, been stretched with the 200mm wheelbase kit that Coop offers, and I've got the Meus Racing Mullet Axles on it, hence the name. I've been waiting forever to build this thing. I've been sitting on it for so long. I'm so happy to be able to dive into it. Coop is such a great guy too and makes such great parts. So this was a very fun build. Great to work with him on this. Hopefully it's the first of many. But nonetheless, let's get into this. I'll show you guys the parts that I used on this build, go over the usual performance tests, and then we're gonna spend plenty of time out on the rocks so you guys can see this in action. All right, let's check this thing out. The Mega Mullet, as I've been calling it. This is one of my craziest builds that I've ever done. It is super fun. It's outrageous in all the right ways. So let's start with the exterior on this thing. So very minimalistic Lexan body here. This is the Proline Coyote body that I hacked up to pieces to get it to kind of flow with the lines of the C-Snake chassis. Because this is so long at 200mm wheelbase, the body certainly does not extend to the end of the chassis. So I cut it, kind of pinched it, snipped it off in the back, just kind of give it some sort of a flow here. Actually, I like how it looks. I think it looks pretty neat. Kind of haggard front here a little bit, snipped off the front. I got some paint coming off on the inside, but I just kind of threw this on there just to get it up and going, and I liked it more than I thought I would. It's got the red stickers on it from the previous build that I had it on, which go really well with these little guy racing parts. New red wheels that they just released. I had kind of a gray wheel on this before, but then these red wheels arrived and I thought they really popped with the white and the red graphics on this body. Wrap those in the claw hammer tires. No aftermarket inserts or anything, still running the little guy racing parts foams. This thing isn't super heavy, so I didn't really feel a whole lot of need to do any type of insert in here, although these are really soft tires and you do get a lot of push on the sidewall there, especially in the front. So if I keep this wheel and tire set up, I definitely want to go towards a printed insert or a silicone insert to give me that sidewall strength. Let's check out the chassis underneath here. So look at this thing. This is outrageous. It's really cool how Coop has done this here. So the C-Snake chassis is this bit right here. You got this kind of aluminum, the lighter metal chassis component here. This is the guts of the C-Snake here, but then Coop has this optional extension arm here with the carbon fiber pieces to bring it out to the overall 200mm length. This is a pretty outrageous chassis, super fun, tons of customization. As you can see, this is a builder's dream kind of chassis here. You can do endless things with it. Insane clearance underneath here. It's got this wicked angled skid. Does come with the carrier bearing setup. You can see the printed carrier bearing here. This allows us to run these really high angled rear links so that you've got all that clearance there. So you don't bottom out on your drive shaft at all. My first carrier bearing build that I've ever done, and I really liked it. It's a really neat functional setup here and looks super rad. For suspension, I'm running the Endura 40mm big bore oil filled shocks, probably my favorite SCX24 shock at the moment. Got a lot of experience with these during the King of the Course series and have incorporated them into virtually all of my builds since then. Just a really nice performing shock, great damping, adjustability. It's a great length too. It's not too long, it's not too short. It's a really great setup. For the power plant, this is where I kind of had some challenges with this chassis kit because the sliders are so small. You get a couple different options for sliders. You get some longer ones here if you wanted to use those. In hindsight, I probably should have, but nonetheless got this to work. So I've got my battery over here on the driver's side slider with Velcro. My small micro receiver here from my Radio Link radio on the passenger side. And I utilized the FuriTech Unity Komodo setup here to save space. So now I don't have an ESC I need to worry about. This is the 2-in-1 combo, which really helps keep this layout nice and clean and compact, which is exactly what I needed for a build like this. So it fits nice and snug in there. Not a lot of tolerance for that Outrunner motor, but it is just barely clearing the windshield. For steering on this, I'm running the Mofo RC Black Label 2.0. Mofo's really revised their servo lineup, and this is one of their newer servos at the time of this recording. I was a big fan of the Black Labels to begin with, and the new 2.0 is even better. Give us that good, strong steering, which is important because we've got all that steering angle from these Meus Racing axles here. So this is running the V2 isokinetic SCX24 axles. We got the metal housings. This is the mullet setup. Going back to the name, the Mega Mullet. So this is the portal axle setup in the rear, straight axle in the front. And to give us even more clearance in the back with all that extra ground clearance from the portal axles. It does kick the rear end up high, which I think hurt me on the descents, which you'll see in the run footage a little later. I'd like to try this with a straight axle setup all around. I probably will do that next, but it was neat just to kind of throw everything at this and do something totally outrageous. So the mullet axles, I felt, really fit the character of this build that I was going for. Getting into our performance test now, let's start with the corner scales. So we got 64% front, 36% rear. This is with the small 3S pack on the slider. On the setup table now, let's do the RTI. See how this thing flexes. These numbers are going to be outrageous with this thing, I think, especially when we get to the vertical. Not a ton of flex, I'd say 16 on the RTI. How about the side hill? It's 40. 50. Oh, it's like 53 on the side hill. For the vertical, I can't even use the wheel chocks that I have. So I'm going to see if we can get this to work on the vertical. I don't know if it'll even fit on the table. Should have brought my 10th scale one up. 55. 65. 70. 75. 80, 81 on the vertical. I'm pretty sure that's a new channel record right there on the vertical. Now let's go see this thing in action. Out with the C-Snake long boy here at Crawler Heaven. It's Thanksgiving Day today. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. I'm out here with my best buddy. I'm gonna hit some 10 scale lines with the cheater rig here. Took me a while to get this sorted out. I ended up doing some new electronics and different wheels and tires this morning. I think we got this thing dialed in. The clearance on this thing is absolutely wild. This is going to be a lot of fun out here, I think. Look at that. It's going through Bicycle Bridge. Remember, no Mini has conquered Bicycle Bridge. Even the high performance RTRs that we've had out here, nothing has gone through it clean. Oh, I thought that was going to be the one. I keep sliding off the side there. This might be the one. I think it's gonna do it. It's gonna do it. We made it. Axel's running the little Summit Gladiator, fighting for its life through here.
One flip still counts, right? If I have to flip it.
There's a big advantage here on the decline. Let's see how it does on the decline. It's pretty heavy in the nose. Oh gosh.
If it didn't have so many holes, it wouldn't have made it. That's all.
Try number 2 here. There we go. If I can hang on. Oh.
get beat by a stomach.
Oh yeah? I welcome the challenge. Oh, oh, nice.
I wasn't even trying
I
to.
got that on film too.
That was crazy. But I couldn't.
Oh, okay. It's brave. All right, another super challenging line here, the Notch. This is also undefeated from any mini crawler here.
Which I know it might be defeated soon.
Yeah, I think the Mullet might do it.
What do you mean? That's not what I was thinking of.
What were you thinking?
The 8x8 when it's finished, when we make it. I think the 8x8 could do it easy. Not easy, but challenging. Challenge. The knob. I always get so close. I know 10 scales make this look easy. Right, Daddy?
No, that's hard for 10 scales.
How did I get this far then? I think it's because it's such a small truck. We turn fall trim this.
Yeah.
Yours?
Yep. I think the Notch remains undefeated, even with the mighty Mullet here. Just not going to happen.
Hey, look how close I am.
It's a crazy line there, though.
I'm over here on a harder line. Now you might have to try this line.
No thanks.
Yeah, try it. To restart that whole time. Is that too bad?
Well, that was easy on that one. God, the breakover on that is crazy. The clearance is just nuts on this thing. Look at that thing grab. Come on, grab, 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 grab. There it goes. Nice. Try a couple more. When we get home, have some turkey. This thing's super fun. Super fun. One of my most unique, kind of outrageous builds, and I'm having a blast with it. Great stuff from Coop RC here. What a cool kit. Oh no! I think I've got it too heavy in the nose. I have some hard times on the decline there. It's also high in the back with the Mullet setup. So maybe I'll put some more weight in the back, see if that helps. I think it might just be too biased in the front and too tall in the rear too. So those two things combined seem to hurt me a little bit. On the declines anyway. On the uphills, the thing's a total savage. If I could grab it, there it goes. Holy moly. Oh. Oh, nice line. All right, guys, gonna wrap it up here. I broke a front link mount. I've got it held together, stitched together. After one of those tumbles, I cracked the skid plate. So I'll put this thing up, get it repaired, go back to the bench, tweak it a little bit. Man, this thing is super fun though. First run on the C-Snake chassis, my first Coop RC chassis in general. I had a lot of fun with this build. Went together really well, looks great, performs awesome, premium components, cool engineering, great setup here. So good job, Coop. This is a fun rig. I'm looking forward to tweaking it some more. This is a good first outing. The Mega Mullet, man, I love this build. This thing was so much fun. Totally exceeded my expectations. I was really amped to build this thing, and it absolutely came out better than I expected. The 200mm wheelbase is super fun, makes it extremely capable, although I do think the mullet setup on the rear hurts me, especially on the declines where it's just got so much weight concentrated in the front, and then you elevate the rear with those portal axles, it gets it a little unsettled on the declines. So I think we left some performance on the table with the mullet setup. I'd like to try this with a straight axle setup. I think it would be a beast. Then maybe I'd like to take the 200mm set off and just try it with the standard wheelbase. I don't know, we got lots of options with this kit, which is very cool. Coop's done a great job with this. He does a great job with all of his chassis and things. So definitely make sure you go check out his stuff. I'll put a link in the description down below on all the parts that I used in this build, and especially to Coop's site where you can pick up the C-Snake chassis and lots of other good stuff that he offers. But this was a lot of fun, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. What do you think of the Mega Mullet build? This is going to be the first of many kind of crazy custom chassis that I'm working on. I've got a big backlog of things to get through. Now that the King of the Core series is done and dusted, I'm gonna get through my list of projects and things that folks sent me during that competition. So we're gonna have some pretty wild builds coming up soon. You don't wanna miss it. As always, I appreciate you guys. Thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't done so, and I'll see you in the next video.